Life will always be your greatest competitor. It doesn't matter how great you think you are, or how good you've got it right now. At some point, life will humble you as it does with everyone else. If you're at that point right now, don't worry, you'll make it through. When people fall off in life, they start to feel self-hatred and agony. But unfortunately, that'll only keep you stuck. That's why you have to make a comeback. But not just any comeback, but the greatest comeback of your life. Stick around and we'll go over how you can make this happen. Step 1. Disappear for a while. This step isn't easy. As humans, we crave validation and being social, so we tend to distract ourselves by being around people all day long, and even if you're not around them, you still use your phone to communicate with them. You must understand that this is a distraction, and until you can learn to be by yourself and listen to your own voice, you'll struggle to find out who you really are and what you want out of life. I'm not saying to cut everybody off and talk to absolutely no one, but just limit it to the point where you have enough time to work on yourself. Step 2. Reinvent yourself. Now that you have more time to be alone, you've got to figure out how you want to reinvent yourself. This doesn't mean you have to act like Batman. It just means figure out what your goals are in life and align your actions with that goal. For example, if you want to be a boxer, fantasizing about it and not taking action won't make you a boxer. Going to a gym and training will make you a boxer. That's how you reinvent yourself. People like to overcomplicate this step, but that's really all it takes. It's definitely not easy because it's hard work, but it's very straightforward. Step 3. Master your mind. Your mind can be your biggest tool or your biggest enemy. For a lot of people, it's their biggest enemy. They allow fear, insecurity, doubt to hold them back from their true potential. It's a shame because when life passes on, they can only look back and regret all the time they wasted. You only get one life, so you can't waste it by listening to your brain. If you want to achieve your goals and overcome those negative emotions, you have to work at it every single day. The solution isn't to wait for the perfect moment to start, because that perfect moment may not come. Maybe you want to start going to the gym and you wake up the next morning and don't feel like going. Guess what? It's just a feeling, so get up and go. Or maybe you want to clean your room, but you're sad. You could still clean it while being sad. That's the key to mastering your mind. It's not getting rid of these emotions, it's doing what you have to do regardless of these emotions, and with time, it gets easier. Step 4. Discipline. You probably saw this coming. I always mention discipline when it comes to self-improvement because without it, you won't get very far. Discipline's a skill that must be used in order to master yourself. A lot of us tend to rely on motivation in order to get stuff done. And although you'll make some progress, it won't be enough to make a change in your life, especially making the greatest comeback of your life. Discipline is so important because it's the ability to do what you need to do regardless of how you feel. It sounds simple, but when you adopt this way of living, the changes you'll start to see in life will be astronomical. It doesn't matter where you are in life right now. With discipline, there's a way. Step 5. Delay gratification. Instant gratification is everywhere nowadays, whether it be video games, junk food, social media, etc. There are so many avenues to use in order to distract and numb yourself. In the short term, it may feel good or just good enough to not feel bad. But as time goes on, you'll find yourself feeling miserable. That's because instant gratification is easy and takes no effort. And since when in life did easy ever get you anywhere? The only solution is to delay gratification. Delayed gratification is the choice to do the hard work now, so your life can be better in the future. It's not fun and can be very uncomfortable, but your future self will be so grateful that you stuck with it despite how you felt. Step 6. Mindfulness and meditation. These days, a lot of us aren't mindful. That's why it's so easy to scroll on your phone for hours and not even realize how much time's gone by. We get so addicted to the cheap dopamine that we're getting that we lose the patience and focus that we need in order to do things that matter. Mindfulness helps because when you're mindful on a day-to-day basis, even if you do slip up, it's easier to catch yourself doing it. And if you choose to continue, although it's not good, at least you can acknowledge that you're messing up and take responsibility rather than wonder where the time went. Mindfulness meditation has a wide range of benefits like reducing stress, improving focus, emotional regulation, and etc. If you want to make the greatest comeback of your life, this is essential. You can't change your life if your brain isn't at its most capable. So as boring as it may seem, this step is actually a must. Step 7. Embrace setbacks. The final step is to embrace setbacks. The path to self-improvement's not a linear journey. There will be days where you slip up. When this happens, vow to do better tomorrow and leave it at that. A lot of us can be hard on ourselves, but doing that will only make you feel worse, which will lead you to giving up, thus causing more setbacks. Embrace the setback as a sign that you're finally working towards a life of purpose rather than coasting through life doing nothing. Setbacks are a part of the journey. Always make sure to keep that in mind. Have you ever heard the saying that your new life will cost you your old one? Well, this is how it happens. If you feel like you've fallen off the wagon and want to get back to how you were before, I'm sorry to say that most likely won't happen. The good news is you could be better than you were before. With perseverance, it's entirely possible for you to change your story. This is merely a chapter of your life, and it's up to you to write a new one. It won't be easy. There will be days where you want to quit and go back to your old habits, but even if you mess up, don't give up. A little progress is better than no progress. Once the ball starts to get rolling, you'll start to see major changes in your life. Embrace the pain and embrace the discomfort and use it to your advantage. Life is a big mind game. Learn to use your mind to push you towards your goals instead of derailing you.